What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking discoveries. This video is about the best discoveries I made the month before. Every month I share with you guys my favorite fragrance discoveries I made the month before. So today, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to share with you some incredible fragrances that I found in April of 2021. So without any further ado, guys, let's hop into the fragrances. Thanks for tuning in again. I'm Max Forti. Today we're talking discoveries of 2021, the month of April. These don't necessarily mean that there were fragrance releases of 2021 or new releases. They could be, but these are fragrances that I tried for the first time, I experienced for the first time, I discovered them for the first time. So there could be a lot of hidden gems or fragrances that you guys probably never even heard of. So let's hop into the choices. You guys know how much I love the note of vetiver, so I'm always in search of that perfect vetiver scent. I have over 100 vetiver based scents, meaning there's a lot of fragrances that have vetiver in the base, but I'm saying that have vetiver in the name or a very predominant vetiver melange of notes. This particular one here just blew my mind right at the beginning when I first tried it. And this is a brand that I don't really hear much about. I don't really have many fragrances. The only fragrance I own by this house. And this fragrance released in 2015. And this is Mizensir Mythique Vetiver. Guys, this is an incredible fruity vetiver comprised by Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian lemons, bourbon geranium, cistus, papyrus, Haitian vetiver, and patchouli. This is a fragrance that was composed by Alberto Marias. So you know it's going to be very likable. There is a very nice facet over here that kind of reminds me of Spice and Woods from Creed, but it also has some designer-esque vibe to it with a smoky facet that you get with Terre d'Hermès. And there's also a very, very fruity, mouth-watering, refreshing vibe that you get up top along with the bourbon geranium, which has this almost boozy-like, almost like a tropical drink. Again, with a Calabrian bergamot and the Sicilian lemons. There's limes, lemons, bergamot, tons of fruits up top. Very, very nice, guys. I would, classify this as a, citrus aromatic or woody aromatic vetiver type of a scent. Mythique vetiver, a great vetiver scent. This is, 10 out of 10 vetiver. If you don't have any vetiver fragrances, if you're looking for an awesome vetiver scent to rock this spring/summer, definitely consider Mythique Vetiver, and it's long lasting, very powerful. I've been wearing this for the office, for meetings, compliment inducing, very likable. I'm telling you right now, this blows Grey Vetiver from Tom Ford out of the water. That's simple, guys. Mythique Vetiver from Misinsert, a great under the radar hidden gem that I'm sharing with you guys here today. Another great discovery I made in the month of April is this particular fragrance here from Serge Lutens, which is one of my favorite under the radar brands like Annick Goutal, like L'Artisan Parfumé. There's a lot of niche brands that I don't talk much about, but that I truly, truly love. And this is one of them. Serge Lutens, the fragrance we're talking about here is Batm du Faux. This is a very dark, deep fragrance. The noses behind this fragrance is Christopher Sheldrake, which is a master perfumer along with Serge Lutens himself. The fragrance here has candied mandarin peel, carnation, castoreum, ginger, and cinnamon. Tons of cinnamon here. This stuff is dark. This is one of the fragrances. When I smell this fragrance, I'm thinking fall foliage. I'm thinking, Thanksgiving, October, November, different colors in the air. The air is a little crisp. It's getting colder out. We're talking apple pie. You're talking elements that you do like, pumpkin lattes, those kind of things. Bapteme du Faux, a great fragrance to wear in the fall. I can't wait for the weather to turn again so that I can definitely pull this off because it's going to be heavy on the ginger, heavy on the cinnamon, just like a latte with carnation here, candied mandarin peel, candied oranges. Kind of sweet, but not overly sweet, not heavily sweet, not syrupy sweet, but definitely carries this cinnamon spicy latte kind of a vibe. I don't have a coffee note here, but definitely has a spicy kind of a drink, like a tea, like a spicy tea, almost like a chai tea vibe that I get with Bapteme du Faux. Great fragrance, again, red, dark juice. Can't wait for the fall to rock this fragrance. A great discovery of mine here. And this was something that I got on the group, on fragrance group that I have, Emporium of Scents, which has, I think at this point, 25,000 plus members. And this particular fragrance is one that somebody was getting rid of. It is, a used bottle, but I got it for a really good price. And again, you can too. Join the group for sales, savings, discount codes for the various, discount code websites. A great group if you love fragrances. Don't miss out, guys. The Emporium of Scents, link below. I hope to see you there. Next up, this is going to be a rose-based scent, but not just like a regular rose, not a gemmy rose or a fruity rose. This is going to be more of a green rose, you know, the thorns and everything, you know, it's all in here, the leaves. It's a very leafy green type of a rose scent, which is quite different than any kind of rose scents I own. And I'm very proud to share this with you. A great discovery of mine that I purchased, you know, last month. This is a fragrance from MFK, Maison, Francis Kurn, that you guys know I do love. I did a good, bad, ugly talking about the whole fragrance house, you know, an overview, good, the bad, the ugly, the underrated and overrated from Maison, Francis Kurn. If you guys missed that video, I'm going to pop it up here. Go check it out. This one here, 2020 release. This is called L'Homme à la Rose. This is going to be May Rose, grapefruit, amberwood, Spanish cistus, Bulgarian damask rose, French rose, and also sage. There's a green herbal nuance here, a ton of different roses here. And I think the part that they focused here was mostly the green aspect of the rose before it maybe the bud, you know, opened up, because this is a very green, almost gin and tonic kind of a fragrance. There's a gorgeous grapefruit up top that's very energizing, very uplifting, great for the time of year we have right now, which is transitioning from the spring into the summer. This is a great rose scent that a gentleman can wear and feel just uplifted, feel invigorating, energized, and really impressive. This is an impressive kind of a scent, you know, a fragrance that you're gonna walk into a room and you're definitely gonna smell very elegant, very sophisticated. Those are the kind of synonyms that I have associated with Maison Francis Kurn, and this one here is no different. Of course, all these fragrances I'll have linked below, and if I have any kind of discount codes, any kind of deals for any of these, I'll also have them below to make your lives easier. That's what we do here on the channel. And of course, you know that you can also try these fragrances before you buy them. If you wish to do that, you can try decants of any fragrances, you know, niche, indie, designer, high-end, low-end, you name it. Thousands of fragrances to choose from, 100% authentic. Of course, perfume.com is your one-stop all fragrance decant needs. Details for perfume.com and links to these fragrances below. If there's any discounts, you know it, I'll have it down for you as well. Now, the next fragrance here is one that I'm so glad to have discovered last month, because you guys know I love the note of tobacco. Recently, I did a video, a top 7 video, which was a tag video that we continued now with different fragrance reviewers, which you guys will be able to see if you search. It's basically a top 7 notes that you love, like your favorite top 7 notes, and fragrances that describe those notes perfectly. One of those notes is actually tobacco, which happens to be one of my favorite notes of all time. And the fragrance I'm about to share with you happens to be a masterpiece when it comes to tobacco. Now think about, you know, a Maduro cigar. That's what I get with this fragrance in the beginning. Then it dries down to this fougere / tobacco kind of a fragrance, which this has everything that I love in fragrance. It has a lot of the great notes that I love, and it has 2 of the classifications that I love, which is tobacco and fougere. The fragrance I'm talking about here is from Royal Crown, and it's of course Habanos. Now, Habanos is a dark tobacco. As you can see here, the juice is almost black. It's a dark maroon color. It's got tobacco, saffron. It's got this leathery kind of undertone. Ylang ylang, galbanum tobacco, double tobacco here. There's Maduro tobacco. There's Cuban tobacco. There's a rose absolute and heart, patchouli, iris, tuberose. Tobacco Absolute, which is like a bourbon tobacco in the base, with vanilla absolute, Mysore sandalwood, which is the best sandalwood you can possibly get, ambergris, and gray, you know, or dark musks. An absolute stunning masterpiece of a fragrance. I'm telling you right now, this is in the top 3 best tobaccos I've ever tried. I'm glad to have found this fragrance. I actually put quite a little dent in this fragrance. I've been wearing it mostly for the office. Now that the weather's starting to turn into getting really warm out, I'm probably not going to rock this too much unless I'm going into an event or there's, you know, indoor events with air conditioning. This is a heavy scent, guys, and it's one that I would not spray your garment because it's most likely going to stain with, you know, the color of the dark juice like this. But it smells absolutely incredible, guys. It's tobacco to the max. It's got everything I love in fragrances, a leather facet, a lot of tobacco here, almost like a boozy tobacco facet. It smells very natural to a Maduro, like a puro Maduro tobacco cigar that is just absolutely stunning. It dries down to this powdery, you know, iris, patchouli, Mysore sandalwood, that it's just amazing. If you like Dior Homme Intense, think of Dior Homme Intense with this dark facet with the tobacco infusion and the leathery, rough and tumble leather kind of, you know, nuances that I get with this. An absolute masterpiece, guys. Habanos, I'm telling you right now, one of the best tobacco fragrances I've ever put my nose on and wore, guys. Details below. Check this fragrance out. you're not going to disappoint. If you love tobacco like myself and you wanted something incredible, you know, groundbreaking and just, you know, captivating, this is like a boss, a CEO type of a scent, as good as they come. Habanos from Royal Crown. Check it out. Link below. Don't miss out, guys. This, like I said, one of the best tobaccos I've ever tried. Last but not least, the fragrance that I am so happy to have discovered last month, just like Habanos. This is a fragrance that I'm going to be wearing a lot, and you're going to see this fragrance featured in a lot of my videos. It's very sensual, it's very sophisticated, very elegant. It has jasmine, which I love. It has jasmine in the name, and the fragrance is a house that I heard a lot of stuff about over the last few months, and I just had to get a bottle for myself to really see what the hype was all about. And I'm telling you right now, the hype is real. This stuff is incredible, and the fragrance is from BDK, and the fragrance at hand here is going to be Wood Jasmin, but it's a lot more than just woods and jasmine, guys. This is creamy, it's sensual, it's inviting, it's fruity. Right up top, it's gonna have this liqueur kind of a vibe with plum and pear. Two of my favorite fruits when it comes to fruity notes. I love pineapple in my fragrances, of course. I love apple, but I think plum and, you know, the note of pear are right up there in the top, you know, fruity notes that I love. Of course, bergamot is great, it's very appealing, but I think pear and plum are very exotic fruity notes, and I think they're captured here to perfection, like a liqueur, like a drink. It's so good you want to drink. That pear and plum up top, it's very fruity, it's very inviting, very juicy up top. Then you have Egyptian jasmine, you have Sembach jasmine, Turkish rose, Divana, which has this, you know, tuberose, creamy floral heart, but it's not feminine at all. This is right in the middle. A guy or a gal can wear this perfectly. Like I said, it's sensual, it's sexy, it's inviting, it's captivating. It's such an incredible, you know, inviting juice that it's so sophisticated, so elegant, and so sensual, guys. And also in the base, it has frankincense, bourbon vanilla, which adds this booziness to it, Indonesian patchouli, labdanum, balsam fir. It is just a stunning fragrance, guys. From beginning to end, it's a stellar juice. And I have to say, I've tried actually a few from the house of BDK. Like I said, I had to get a few of these bottles because a lot of people were talking so much about it. I have to try it for myself and just, you know, see if this was worth sharing with you guys. And yes, it was. And from all the ones that I've tried so far, which I'll be sharing with you in the next few months, Wood Jasmin has been my favorite so far from BDK. If you guys have not tried this brand, this is definitely a great one to check out. It's fruity, it's spicy, it's also boozy, it's got the bourbon vanilla, it's got this green nuance with the fir. It is just incredible with the pear and the plum. It's got all these beautiful elements that I love. And again, this is one of those fragrances that if you put on, you walk into a room, you're gonna command attention and people are gonna ask you, who smells this good? It's that simple, guys. Wood Jasmin from BDK. I would have chosen a different name for this fragrance, guys, because simple name, stunning juice. That simple, guys. Let me know in the comments, what fragrances have you guys discovered so far in 2021 that you guys would like me to try? I'd love to check some of your suggestions and ideas for different fragrances that I have not yet shared with you guys in 2021. Out of these 5 discovery fragrances that I shared with you today, let me know which one sounds most interesting to you and why in the comment section. Of course, links, details, codes, anything associated with these fragrances, linked below in the description for you guys. If you guys enjoyed the channel, show me your support, leave me a like, touch the subscriber button for more, and most importantly, turn your notification bell icon so you guys get videos like these straight into your feed. As always, remember, fragrance is an extension of who you are. Choose your fragrances wisely, and as always, wear what truly moves you. I'll see you guys right back here with another video very soon. Take care. Stuff smells so good, guys. See you soon.